A market economy consists of households and firms, and these two groups interact on the factor market and the goods market. And these two markets can be shown by means of diagrams. Now, how does one draw a diagram of a market? Let's start with a diagram of the market for goods and services. Prices are formed on markets. Therefore, if we want to draw a diagram, the market for goods and services, we start with the relationship between price and quantity. In other words, step one would be to draw the axis and name the axis, price and quantity. On a market, any market consists of demand and supply. So we need to draw in the demand curve and the supply curve. That would be your second step. These two groups interact. Prices are formed. Now, on a graph where the two curves intersect, demand curve and the supply curve, we have the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. So the third step is to indicate the equilibrium position. We can also draw a diagram of the factor market. Now, again, we start with the axis, and we need to name the axis. Now, the price of labor is the wage rate. So on the vertical axis, we will have wages. And the horizontal axis, we have N for the number of laborers. This is important as you can see it differentiates the factor market from the goods market. The goods market, a price on the vertical axis, labor market, W on the vertical axis. But a market consists of demand and supply, so we need to draw in the demand curve and the supply curve, and that would be our second step, where the two curves intersect. We have the equilibrium wage rate and the equilibrium number of laborers. In other words, we have equilibrium. To summarize, to draw a diagram, start with the axis, price and quantity. Secondly, demand and supply. Where these two intersect, we have equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Did we follow the 3 steps with the labor market? Yes, we started off firstly, step 1, the axis, and we named the axis. Price of labor, quantity. Secondly, demand and supply. And lastly, the third step indicated equilibrium.